to the TED Ed podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
$5,000.
What lady said that?
This is on the internet.
Okay.
And she said, text me your cash app.
Okay.
I told my wife, I say, look that up and see if that's a scam. They say it's a scam. So I told her, I said, well, then say that if you text, if you send them a what's that other one app that you have, Pay app or something like that, PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can they can't do it.
They can't do what?
They can't get your money.
Oh, why is that?
Go into your accounts. But I didn't do it. I didn't want to take no chance. Take my little money out of my account.
Yeah, well, hey, people out there scamming folks every day, man. It's Christmas time. They're getting desperate. They got to buy them Christmas gifts. Everybody looking to buy Christmas gifts, man. You know that. It's Christmas. Man. Well, anyway, we got a few things going on here, man, that I very surprised about last night. I guess early this morning, 1 o'clock or this morning a.m., we finally got a CR passed, and our Congress, I don't know about them. I don't know what's going on, man, with these folks. They got some real weird stuff going on, man. Yeah, I done jumped on the Bronco, man, and I'm trying to ride that Brahma Bull, but I don't know if I can make it for 4 years.
Hey, he ain't even in office yet.
Yeah, I know it. He ain't even been sworn in. They got some bull going on. They ain't even sworn in yet.
Get ready for the ride, bro.
Hey, man. Shoot. We might be getting another president or a co-president or something. We got to be President Musk. Oh man.
I don't know, bro.
They
I
got
don't know
so
how we're
much.
gonna get. I don't know how we're gonna get through it, but we gotta do it through humor or something.
They
I
got
don't
so
know.
much stuff going on, and if we've been told that that because of how the votes and stuff went down, that he got a mandate from the people.
Yeah, right.
He didn't, but he didn't they didn't tell the Congress that they got a mandate. Hey, them boys up there on the hill, They may have gave him one, but they didn't give us one. He got so much stuff going on. I don't know how he gonna keep up with all that mess.
And they threaten them, Ed. They threaten them.
Hey,
They threaten them, say, hey, we're going to primary you. Well, you can't primary all, whatever, was it 60 of them that voted against him, 100? I don't know how many voted against him.
well, I'm just sitting here, just waiting to see what the heck gonna happen because I was absolutely shocked. They even got a budget passed through. I guess the Democrats said, "Well, we got to save them again," so they throwed a few more of their votes behind it.
Well, they weren't thinking about themselves. They was thinking about all those airport workers. They was thinking about all those people that
Right.
have to run for emergencies and all that kind of stuff, man.
And
The
they
first
got and
first
it's and
responders.
it'll be a hell of a thing to come home on Christmas Day and know you ain't got a job. You ain't got a job. Ain't got a check coming. But why put these people through this headache, man? That's got to be one hell of a headache, man. Knowing that, and you sitting up there trying to uh, get yourself together and all of this, and your family and stuff, and you sitting down there to come home and tell mom and the children and say, "I don't know if I'm gonna have a job come Christmas, babies." So uh, I don't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, bam, these knuckleheads decide that they want to do something. That's got to be an excruciating experience. It really does. And I don't dread any of those people and stuff who government workers who are out there and they, it's just a mess. Uh, to my next thing here, I hate to see all this stuff happen, man. That not only uh, do we have the federal employees and stuff who are trying to work and trying to get a pay, they got these knucklehead media folks, and they holding these folks as hostage. Poor Joy, poor Rachel. They done MSNBC done told them that they cutting their salary and everything because their numbers done gone down, so they got to take a salary cut. They don't take a salary cut, they gonna throw them out there. Nah, Comcast have made all kind of monies, man, this year. And they missing their folks and stuff for about 2 months, and they gonna fire. Well, they ain't gonna fire 'em, but they gonna say you gotta take a salary cut.
Oh, next thing is you're gonna lose your job.
That's what I'm saying. They telling me if you don't, you're gonna lose your job. But Ted, it just started. They just lost some viewerships and everything because people got upset about the election, and they gonna panic and take their salary. And it's only been a month since it didn't happen. What
Yeah.
kind what kind of job is that? That for 1 month your numbers and stuff go down for a whole month, go fall down. So you gonna tell them I'm gonna cut your salary because it done fell down for a month.
Well, George used to it. George used to it. She can withstand the pain. George is
Well, all of them can. They, Rachel done made a lot of money, and nobody there but her and her wife. So they've already for the last 4 5 years and put away a lot of money and stuff. She got a book she done put out. She got a podcast she going out, so she got a lot of money coming in the door. So I don't think it's hurting her either. But the fact that they, for one, if because their numbers fell out 1 month, they're gonna cut their salary. That's one hell of a job you got to
well.
stay.
Here's the thing, though, bro. The reason why people stopped watching because you had your lead show that comes on at 6 o'clock every morning. Go up there and kiss the ring.
Good morning, Joe.
Yeah,
He did what now?
he kissed the ring, bro.
He kissed the ring.
Yeah,
What ring?
him and Mika went up to Mar-a-Lago or down to Mar-a-Lago and kissed the ring.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's why a lot of people stopped watching. They talking about getting rid of Morning Joe. They haven't been on. They've been gone for 3 days last week.
Well, I don't watch Morning Joe very much at all, so I don't know.
Well, I used to watch it down there every morning for a few minutes anyway. But the thing is, though, man, when he said that he went to go see Donald Trump, him and Mika, to grip. We want bygones to be bygones, and we want to do honest reporting and blah blah blah. So everybody is afraid of this man. The business people, because they don't know what he's gonna do. Now he done brought Elon Musk over there. He's actually the president.
Donald says he's not now. Now the criminal says that he is not the president.
He's the president.
They said Donald come out, his folks come out and said he ain't the president.
Let me tell you something.
I know he's the president.
I'm gonna just say this:
I'm just telling you what
when you
Donald.
are a con artist, and I major, and I mean master, he gonna milk this cow and make him spend another 100 million or 200 million. He gonna milk that cow, bro. Because he don't care. You think he care about this country? He talk a bunch of stuff, but I don't believe it. I don't believe a word he said. He was on TV today live. I tell you, he wants to be on TV every day.
Who was that? Elon?
45.
Oh, okay. He's been on every day.
Yeah.
Even before that, he was on every day.
He was on today.
Okay.
Talking for about an hour, man. I couldn't stand no more than 15 minutes of it. I turned the station, watched some football, boom, he back. He's still on talking. He putting it out there though. He told Ukraine they better stop it. He even told them, "Why'd you bomb Russia? Why'd you bomb Russia? I don't understand why he would send missiles over in Russia." And they didn't smithereens Ukraine, and he talking about why did you bomb Russia? Talking about then he putting it out there. You know, the word is that over 1 million Russians have died during this war.
Well, that's why they got those North Koreans over there now. And they killing them. They dying over there too. But Ted, like I said the other day, when you back a rat up into a corner, he gonna come out fighting. And those are human beings over there, and they have backed them folks up into a corner. And they gonna come out fight. You don't know what they're gonna do. And Putin has made a tactical error, and I'm pretty sure that whenever Trump gets into office and everything, they're going to probably figure out some kind of way to end that daggone conflict and stuff there and do something because he can't continue to lose all those many citizens and stuff out of his country and keep the morale and stuff up for the soldiers who are out there fighting. You can't do it. You got to give them something that makes them feel good, like this is a purpose that it's going to serve Russia and not just Putin. because he wants to get that territory back. No other reason other than that. Hey, leave them people alone. He probably can still say that that Ukraine can become part of them and everything, but to have their own, give them their own autonomy and leave them alone, and still say, hey, we can come over there and we can trade, we can do whatever we want to do and everything, and be almost a part of them. But this this desire for him to regain all of the pre-World War II properties and stuff and their territory that they used to have and everything is just insane. Almost like Israel.
He want to be a superpower, and China and America are the two superpowers, and America is trying to break China. And China's sport, they got so much money, they spending it all over the place. Australia, they doing stuff in Australia, doing stuff all over Africa, the continent of Africa. They're doing stuff in Russia. They spreading their money all over the place because they're looking for income. They gotta have money because they got all those people.
They looking for them imports, people to support them billion people that they got in their country. Uh,
1.5.
but I don't know, Ted. It's going to be uh, man. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting time here because everybody is not going to be subservient to a bully, and some people will fight a bully back.
Well, that's true, but the thing is that I don't know. I look at it like this: you have the resistance, the people that's going to resist, and that's going to still do what they do. But at the same time, that 2025 thing is alive, and we talked about this. It's alive, and they're going to bring in as many people in those positions they can. They're talking about 20, 30,000 people. The one thing that I did hear him say, 45, soon to be 47, that there are 49,000 people that's doing mobile work. 49,000 workers that work for the government. He said, we can't have that. He said that President Biden sent a 5-year term that they're able to work at home, some kind of rule or regulation or whatever. And he said, we're going to go to court for that and make sure that they come to work, come to the office. So we'll see. It's gonna be every time you go out, he's gonna be on TV, and these people gonna be covering him, asking him questions, and he got his little favors that's gonna ask him softball questions, and then they not. He said, "Hey, let me tell you what he said. He said that we collected $600,000 in tariffs." I looked it up. 89 billion. I mean, I'm sorry, I said 600 billion, but it's 89 billion. I'm trying to figure out where did he get $600 billion from tariffs, paying for tariffs. That's what he said. And he said, we're going to get a lot more. Didn't nobody correct him. It says $89 billion.
Ted, we already know that the tariff is being paid by the people here in this country.
That's right.
It's not paid by China. China's not paying that tariff. The people who are purchasing those products are paying that tariff. They are passing that thing right off to the American people. So all he's doing is raping the American people.
Well, what he's doing is he gonna shorten the supply because there are certain things They're not gonna pay tariffs for it, and they're not gonna bother even bring or make the
Right.
stuff.
Absolutely. They eventually, if they can't sell their product here in the United States, then they're going to sell their product someplace else, move it someplace else and sell it. And you talking about having a black market. If people are not going to not buy stuff and everything, they're going to figure out a way how to get around Trump's tariffs. They're going to figure out a way, and they're going to do it. And you can look at stuff being coming to you eventually into a black market. They already got a place where they can do that stuff at, right there in that dark web. They're gonna
They,
they're gonna figure out a way. There's too many smart people out there to outdo them. Now, I'm looking at, and I mentioned this about maybe last month or month before last, when that knucklehead Elon was throwing his money around and putting it in there. Nobody has been able to tell us how this man went from probably way down on the list of billionaires and in less than 2 years become the richest man in the world. Where you get that money from?
well,
Tesla Tesla wasn't doing that good of a job. They got them cars out there. They're not doing that good. They got competition with all these folks, man. They got the American car manufacturers. They competing with them. The Chinese folks competing with them. The South Korean people competing with them. Japanese folks competing with them as far as electric cars. Where do you get that money from?
people investing in Tesla. They putting their money in Tesla, bro. His stock that went up like 40%.
But he's still trying to get that that $69 billion that he's supposed to have been getting and stuff as
52,
far. Pardon?
52 or 57
Okay,
billion
he's still
dollars.
trying to get it. His stock did not go up that daggone fast and stuff, and that company's not doing that good, man. I'm telling you, Tesla's not doing
And
good.
I'm telling you, that company was in the low 100s. Now it's in the upper 400.
That's not a lot of money
Yeah.
compared to Nvidia, who went from almost nothing to what, $3 trillion.
He owns 10% of that company.
Okay, add them numbers up and tell me how he got that money. You can.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
I
give you
can do
that.
it right
I'm gonna
here,
give you that
bro. I'm
job.
telling you.
I'm gonna give you that job. Add up. How did he get there from that? And knowing that Jeff Bezos, he owns over half of Amazon, and them people and stuff
No,
and
he don't.
everything.
No, he don't.
Well, whatever. Him and his wife owns a whole lot of stock in that daggone company. A whole lot of stock. A heck of a lot more than Musk owns in Tesla. And their company and stuff is going up. I mean, they're going up ball to the wall. And he ain't nowhere around what that man is at as far as valuation, as far as being the richest man in the world. He's not. His stuff been going up. I mean, you can't do Ted.
They already said it's
That
gonna be
they
worth.
Amazon doing so much daggone business is a crying shame. You know daggone well everybody in this country, man, has touched Amazon. I I I don't spent them Amazon trucks is rolling around delivering stuff, man, every 2 or 3
You gonna
times a day. They got
compare?
they got 2 shifts now.
Yeah, you gonna compare a $75,000 car to packages? $75,000 car to packages?
Yeah, go
That
look.
man is so. He done sold. Man, come on, bro.
Ted,
He the top seller in the world. His car.
Ted, Ted, go back and look at what's going on with Tesla. Go back and look and see what's going on with Tesla.
I know he got a big lawsuit coming.
There
Those
is they
those
got
automatic driving cars.
go back and look at all those companies and stuff who are selling his cars out there. Go back and look at them. They got these cars, used cars, coming back to Tesla, to their
Mm.
dealership, and they can't sell them because the battery is screwed up. And to get the battery and stuff back together and stuff, and to put a newer battery and stuff in there, costs damn near half the valuation of the car. And they got millions of them summer guns sitting on these folks' lots, and they can't do nothing with them. Anyway, what's next? What's next?
Well, I got two tidbits, and then I got one
Okay,
big long one.
go ahead. I'm listening.
American farm recession is here.
As what?
The American farm recession is here.
Okay, go ahead.
The budget gave them $110 billion, and then this is the early response in sending billions to farmers because these farmers are losing money. Their crops prices are down. Companies have grappled with diminished income and pulled back on spending.
Now, I hope you didn't think that $110 billion is going to save them farmers, do you?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. that ain't going to. They, you can't save all them farmers, man, for $110 billion. Oh, shoot. Hell, Elon can fuss them. He can front them, them some dough so they can, for 100 million, he can drop 100 million on 100 billion on them right now. Oh, man. What are they going to do, Ted? Did they say anything in the article about what they're going to do?
Well, they get this money, they're going. The thing is that number one, they can't sell their product. They can't sell their product because China's their big. That's their big money maker, and we've already said that China decided to go elsewhere. I'm sure China gonna buy a few of those soybeans and corn and what have you, but they're not gonna be paying the prices that these farmers want, and that's the whole big thing. You do all that farming, and then they tell you, no, instead of giving you $20 a bushel, we're gonna give you 10.
Hmm. Most of those farmers can't make up $10 a bushel for their stuff, man. They going broke. Hell, they don't even pay for the seed and the planting. Then they got to store it into to those huge bins and stuff and everything, and you're waiting until somebody buy it. And you got to have them gas dryers in there, and them some are gonna use up a heck of a lot of gas.
I'm gonna tell you a
So,
story. I'm gonna tell you a story. You remember we was talking about the IPOs?
yep,
There's I think it was in New Jersey. There was a father and son that had a deli and another company, and they went on the stock market. They lied. They lied about their paperwork. Got over $100 million, and they got caught.
that was inevitable. Those folks and stuff. Man, to even start getting an IPO, man, they're going to be investigating you. How did they get $100 million out of them?
What they, when people invest in their stock, That's how they get. That's how they get 100 million.
But you
People
got to
start putting
first,
money into their stock.
you first got to go out there and apply to get onto the stock
The
market, correct?
investors that
And then you
invested
have to
into this
give them
company,
all the information about your company. You got to give them all your bottom line.
lies. They put lies on all of them, talking about they had so many stores open and all that.
But somebody,
And somebody they
whoever
didn't
gave them
tell.
whoever gave them $100 billion, I'm gonna go back to them
It's a
daggone
bunch
folks
of
and stuff
people.
who's supposed to have been investigating them to find out what they were doing.
They see a stock that's rising and go from $5 to $20. Man, hey, people start investing. This is what I'm saying about all of these IPOs. That's all. So one there was three of them: the father, son, and a partner. He went to jail for 27 months, and they haven't. And then they got his son in jail already. His
But
father's 82.
they haven't
So
found their money, right? And they ain't found their money, right?
that I couldn't find in the article. It wasn't saying
They haven't found that money yet.
because you know what
so
the son said.
so the
He
old
said, "I
man
just
ain't
want to get." He said, "I want to get sentenced." They said they're not going to sentence him until April. He said, "I just want to get sentenced so I can get it over with." So
right.
obviously, what you just said, they haven't found that money yet. That
They
money's
found that,
stashed somewhere.
and it's gonna be as soon as he get out, he gonna find that money. They got that money hid away real good. But I don't know if the old man gonna be able to make it. He 80 something years old. I don't know he can be able to make it through the jail. He 80.
If the other guy, well, they said that they was talking about the old man who might be 0 to I think 24 months or something like that.
Oh
They
well,
kind of giving him a little leniency.
when he might be able to get out of there and spend a few dollars.
82 years old, man. What do you need with money for?
Man, he go 80, man, shoot, he got all that money sitting back there and everything. He probably got all kind of folks coming after him. These folks out here tell you they've been making money and making money, and if somebody in our neighborhood got $100 million, they done rob these folks without a gun. And as long as you don't have a gun, it's not a major crime.
There you go.
and
There
we
you go.
and we sticking up the bank with a gun, so
20 years.
they gonna
20
give
years.
the rest of their life. So they gonna stuck the bank up, and all they got was 30 grand.
These people that took
And
$100
these
million.
folks they got 100 million,
They
but
in
they didn't
jail for
have a
2
gun.
years.
They didn't have a
Where the
gun,
money
so
at?
they gave
It's
24
gone.
months.
2024, 2024, Tesla sold 198,000 cars.
198
There it is.
thousand cars. There it is. Now
That's a lot
before
of
that,
cars, bro.
yeah, but that's just a drop in the bucket with what they used to sell. They used to come out there at least 400,000 cars a year. That's them numbers and gone way down.
No, that's in U.S. Worldwide, Tesla has sold a total of 2024. The first half delivered 830,000 cars worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first half of the year, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is, right there, bro.
I've still got I got a problem with him being $300 million man, $1 billion
400,
man.
400,
I still got a problem with him being
400
four
billion,
hundred
bro.
billion man. I still got a problem with that.
Well, here's my last thing, and then I'll let you just take the show over from there. But this right here is a little bit, I always have to get into my little philosophy crap. Because to me, I'm telling you, Ed, this is it, bro. The title of this segment is Guilt. The definition of guilt, the fact of having committed a specified or implied offense, that's the key word, offense, or crime. The verb of that is make someone feel guilty, especially in order to induce them to do something. A feeling of worry or unhappiness that you have because you have done something wrong, such as causing harm to another person. Now, I'm not going to go to the biblical side of the guilt, but guilt is a self conscious feeling. Now, the thing is about guilt can lead to depression, anxiety, and paranoia. Paranoid. And that guilt can last a person for days, weeks, months, and even years. It festers. Now, the thing about it, guilt can be good
Mm-hmm.
if our conscience is accurately accusing us of wrong and we try to ponder to correct it. But the point is, what really causes a lack of guilt? What causes that, Ed? The lack of guilt was predominantly associated with oppositional defiance and conduct, externalizing problems. Externalizing, that right there, externalizing are factors outside of or organization that impacts its progress or success. I want to say that again. Issues are factors outside an organization that impacts its progress or success. Those people that are not remorseful, those people that are remorseless, psychopathic. Now think about this. This is the reason why I brought this up here. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Guilt. What was one of the things that they said they didn't want to talk about in school? Slavery, Jim Crow, how they treated segregation, all of those things. They don't want to feel guilty because they don't want to feel remorseful. They don't want to feel psychopathic because the point is that these people have decided in their heart, because this is really internal, but they're using us external. So when they see someone like us, they don't have no feelings. There's no feelings there. So therefore, there's no guilt. How come? How come a lot of white folks didn't protest that they cut down a lot of these? You heard that term CRT,
Mm-hmm.
and you heard like civil rights and all that stuff. So they don't want to teach a lot of that stuff and go in detail because they don't want to hear it. They don't care. That's a
No.
psychopathic type of emotion because
No.
guilt is an emotion. It's a feeling. They don't want to feel that. So therefore, you don't exist. You don't matter. I don't have to think about you. I don't care about you. So therefore, I don't feel guilty because, see, a guilt It's something that's in us already. Right and wrong is already in us. When we do something wrong, we know we do something wrong. I don't care if you what they call saved or unsaved. You believe in God or don't believe in God, you're gonna still have a feeling of remorse. Ooh, I shouldn't have slapped that dude or that girl. Or I shouldn't have stole that watch. Cause then, if you feel guilty about it, you're gonna get paranoid. Ooh, somebody watching me. So so the person that is guiltless or think that they try to be guiltless, they don't have no remorse about it. If I steal something, hey, big deal. I don't care. I don't care who I hurt. So the thing is, the one thing. This is one thing that Martin Luther King said. When all of those little kids was getting ran over and hosed down and all that stuff, people was feeling remorse.
You think so?
There were a lot of people that they saw those little kids getting water hosed and
Oh,
dogs
okay.
sit on them.
The people who saw it, yeah, but the people who did it, I
Oh,
don't believe they
I,
felt any remorse at all.
oh
That's
no
what I
no
was
no no
asking
no
about. Did they?
no
Yeah, the
no. I'm
ones
just
who
talking about
did
when
it,
they
they
put
didn't
it
feel
on
no
TV.
remorse at all.
When they put it on TV, that's the reason why they overemphasize when a few of us get stupid and go in there and start taking stuff at CBS and all that kind of stuff. Oh, look at them. They're just robbing. That's all they do is riot and rob. 90%, 95% of those people was nonviolent. They was minding their business. All they was doing was protesting. But you had those 5% or less was doing the stupid stuff, and that's what they recorded.
Hmm.
So the guilt, there was no guilt. Because what was they protesting?
Civil
So that's
rights,
I wanted to
getting their
bring
rights
that up
back.
because the
They
thing
want their
is,
rights.
huh?
They wanted to be able to go to a non-segregated school. They wanted to be have equal opportunity. They wanted to be able to have affirmative action where they would level the playing field. All of
Right.
that. That's what they were fighting for. They were fighting to vote because they had what these poll taxes and stuff where they wouldn't allow people to vote unless you could be able to count your how many jelly beans inside of a jar. If you can't count them without taking them out, you can't vote.
Oh, you missed it by two jelly beans.
Most of us nowadays remember that, but the folks and stuff down there in their 30s and 40s, they don't remember all that because they didn't grow up with all that stuff going on. So, that's the old school, but it's not. People are still doing the same thing. They denying your votes, telling you you can't vote, or your vote don't count. You're not a citizen. You don't have the right ID. Anything. Man, we just up against a whole lot of stuff. Uh One thing I got to, well, a couple of things, Ted. We're getting into 2025. Christmas is just around the corner. Want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Hope you guys have a nice time. But the New Year's coming. January is going to get here, and there's a whole lot of stuff getting ready to happen. Most of your older folks and stuff who are Social Security recipients, you guys are going to get a raise. you're going to get a, you're going to get a raise with 2.5% or something like that. You-
What's that?
which
About
equals out to about
$30?
30 $40 by the time they get done. Because they got to take out Medicare insurance and stuff out of your check. So you go up to about $30. you,
Yeah.
you can't even go to Burger King and buy and buy a couple sandwiches for that. but we these folks gonna have to live off of that. And we have a huge change that's getting ready to happen with these people who have health insurance and they're getting it through the health insurance exchange. If you don't have a supplemental insurance to help to cover the cost of your health insurance, you are going to be in dire trouble because Medicare is cutting back on benefits. They are not going to be paying for your medicine, some of the medicines and stuff that they have been negotiated with. And the drug companies have decided that whatever medication that Medicare has not negotiated at this point, they're going to raise those prices and stuff up. And with 45, soon to be 47, getting ready to come in, guess who is going to be out there to protect you from these pharmaceutical companies? If you think it's going to be 47, you got another thing coming. He is not going to do it because what did he say? He's getting rid of the people in the Food and Drug Administration. He's getting rid of the Consumer Financial Protection Board. Anything that has to do with protecting your rights or whatever it is, it's probably not going to be around very long after he's inaugurated. And like Mr. Harvey was saying, that 2025 project is still out there, and they're talking about taking away and putting in all these people and stuff who are going to take away whatever rights you have.
Yep.
So we need to get to look forward to that. How are we going to help our seniors and stuff out there? Well, there are some things on the horizon that we need to be looking at. There's a billionaire out there named Mark Cuban.
Ooh.
He has started, he and another gentleman named Mark, I think Bertoli or whatever it is, they are starting a medicine exchange where people can go out and buy medicine at a reduced price. We need to find out what he's planning on doing because he's already started doing it and he's planning on getting a lot larger and stuff and everything. Amazon is now starting to have a pharmaceutical portion and stuff of their website. You can go out and maybe buy your medicine and stuff on the Amazon pharmaceutical exchange. So there are options and stuff out there. You need to go out there and look for them because if you are a Medicare recipient and that's all you've got, these Walgreens and all these other companies out there, or these pharmacies, you might want to think about where you want to buy your medicine and stuff from. You're going to have to do some research, and it's not going to be easy. So I'll be looking at it, finding out where you can go and buy your medicine because Ted, I feel real bad, man, walking into these pharmaceutical companies and places and stuff like Walgreens and seeing these older people and they writing a check for $1,500 a month for their medicine that they got to have.
$1,500.
Oh yeah, easily. This old look, I saw this old white guy and his wife. They were shaking their hand, and they didn't have no credit card. They just took out their checkbook, and the lady wasn't behind the counter. Did not flinch her eye. That'll be $1,500 for 1 month of medicine. Not 2 months, not 3 months, 1 month. And most of them, they're averaging $500-$600. It's a ridiculous, man. I'm telling you, it is getting to be ridiculous out there what these pharmaceuticals are doing to senior citizens. They don't care to get that medicine. So get ready, people. Oh, back to the Affordable Care Act. When Biden got into office, they passed that law for some investment act. And in part of that money for the reinvestment act and everything, he put in where people who were getting insurance off the insurance exchange, they would get a stipend that helped them pay for their health insurance. Well, guess what? After January, when Mr. Trump gets in office, he's taking that stipend away.
Really?
Yes, sir. It is going away.
Hey, that's what they voted for. Ed.
That's what they voted for. Nobody thought about that. They didn't, oh, we're going to put them in there. We don't want them in there. We don't want that woman in here. Hey, this is what you voted for. He's already said he's taking that stipend away. It is going away. He's not going to redo it again. It's going away. But he says that he's going to continue to try to get his buddies that tax breaks that they were getting. Forget about your health care and how much you got to pay. And you're talking about at least 40 million people who health insurance, is going to go up. But we got covered.
Did you hear him say that? He said he saved Obamacare.
Ted, you know in 2016 he tried his damnedest to get rid of that daggone thing.
And he
if
cut
it
a lot of
if it wasn't
he
for
cut a lot of
if
benefits.
it wasn't for Mr. McCain, Senator John McCain, he'd have got his wish.
They
And the
tried to push it
famous
one time.
in the famous move that he made on the Senate floor, he walks up and says, "Boom." That ended Trump's effort to end the Affordable Care Act. The only Republican that stood up for him, against him. But he saved it now. He say he saved it.
He saved it, bro.
He say he saved it. That's because he couldn't do anything with it. Just like he told him that Mexico was going to pay for that fence.
Capital of C-O, Rico.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We get ready, friends. Get ready, get ready, get ready,
It's
get
on
ready.
like macaroni now, bro. And
Eh,
those
Get,
Democrats, you got to give it to them. They sticking together.
well, hopefully they're gonna stay together now because on that second vote, I think it was, and everything, he had what 2 or 3 of his people defect and everything and voted for that thing. It didn't pass, but they voted for it.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't know if they just did that just because they knew wasn't going to pass, or they were going to say, "Well, I voted for it just to save their behinds and stuff back there at their home base." I don't. I don't know.
You know, money, bro.
But the majority of his folks and stuff are standing behind him, and I'm hoping that they do stay there with him.
And
I don't need
money,
him.
money, man, can buy almost anything. Anytime you sit there and outright threaten them, I guess you can call them 47 and a half or 48.
No, we just called him 47, the new 47. the,
Cause,
the
cause,
the
cause them a shame.
unelected, the unelected 47.
Well, yeah, the unelected 47,
Unelected
because
47.
he said it flat out, man. They said that man sent over 100 texts out there
Hmm.
in less than 48 hours.
Hmm.
What is his thing, man? What is he go? What is he? What is he trying to do?
Well, like I said, Ted, earlier, when you take something and you corner it, eventually they're going to come out fighting. And he thinks that he can push people into a corner and they're going to stay there and not come out fighting. Now, everybody is not like the Speaker of the House. I don't know what that old boy going to do, Johnson going to do, because they just done whipped him up so daggone bad, man. He, he, he not a speaker anymore. He
Did you
just
hear
a
what he said?
he
He
just
said
a
it right in
token.
public. He said, "Do you want to be the speaker?"
What did he say?
He said, he said no, because that's seemed like that's the hardest job in the world. That's what
Uh,
Musk said. He
Well,
said, "You're right. It is the hardest job in the world."
I'm surprised that nobody asked Johnson if he wanted to be the speaker because I don't think I would want that job. I wouldn't be running for it if in this next Congress come up and they say, "Well, we're going to put in a speaker," and if they put my name up there and say, "No, no, no, I'm going back to be a representative from Louisiana, where it's nice and
So he can
soft,
be quiet
it's
and manage
quiet,
it.
and everything. Ain't got to worry about nothing, and everything." So I'm gonna let somebody else handle this because I have to give your boy credit. John Boehner finally said, "I'm leaving this crap alone." Yeah, and he did. And matter of fact, after the time was up, he even quit the house. He said, he didn't want to be up in there with them some because and then they
So
throw
you saw all those promotions
yeah,
that he
yeah,
did with Obama.
and then they throw Paul Ryan up there, and Paul said he got his chest out, and they dogged him out.
They dogged him, boy.
They dogged him out.
Trump didn't like
And,
him.
and then his majority leader, that boy from uh Virginia or something and everything. I don't even forgot his name now. They they threw him, they voted him out. He took his job from him. I haven't heard from him since. He ain't he ain't rose back up and said nothing else since.
Hey, if you raise your head up on either side, they coming for you.
They coming for you.
That's why, you know what? I mean, I would stand, but I'm applauding Crockett. I'm gonna applaud her and give her flowers.
Who was that?
That's a bad woman there, bro.
Who?
Did you see what she did,
Who?
Crockett? Did you see what
Oh,
she
oh,
did, bro?
Jasmine. Oh yeah, man. I ain't surprised at anything Jasmine do.
Did you
Go
see
ahead.
what she did? She put on the internet, had Musk had Trump on as a puppet on a string. She had on. I wish I could find it. She
Oh man.
she had him on the string, bro.
Well, girlfriend getting all kind of threats, man. She getting all kind of threats,
Well, she's
and
in my prayers, bro. She's in my prayers for what it's
she
worth.
is. She is. Well, she got a whole church there behind her, man. Her pastor is sitting there in her corner. He behind her, so she got folks that's sitting there behind her and protecting her back. She got her folks and stuff and her staff member. They all protecting her rear end, making sure they stay off of her because I know she getting some threats, buddy. She getting some threats. Some people calling her up every day and threatening her. And we have to mention about my girl Fannie Willis that
Ooh,
the appellate court here in Georgia threw off the case
yeah.
because they said that the judge he erred instead of running. He ran the her boyfriend off, who was an ex-boyfriend off, And now the appellant said both of them should have left. But Fanny, in her own little way, she's arrogant as all get out, and they don't know, man. You can't be messing with these black women and stuff. You got to leave them alone. I know Fanny's sitting down there getting ready to get him, and she's plotting to get him, man. 'Cause she ain't letting that stuff go by. Because she stood up after they had told her that she wasn't going to be it, and she stood up there in a conference and said, "He ain't getting away." And I'm telling you, they should have real dead. Mess with the black women, man. If it take them 10 years, she gonna try to get him. Gone, Fanny. They done ran her out of her house. She stands, she got guards all around her and everything, because these people have threatened her, bomb threat her place and everything. And she said, "Hey, I don't care what they do to me." So, more power to you, girlfriend. More power to you. Anyway,
Did you
Ted,
did you hear the
final,
did you hear the story
what's that?
that in the dark web, the guy said if I can, he put it out there and said if I get $30,000, I'll pew pew 45.
I didn't hear that. I did not hear that.
It's out there.
Ooh, that ain't good.
That ain't good at all.
That ain't good at all, man. And we ain't had no president being assassinated, man, since Ronald Reagan.
That was assassination attempt.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It was close. They caught him. So I don't know. We in a new era and stuff now, Ted. I don't know,
Well,
man.
we got. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, man. We got 150 million new Americans, and they only been here for a few decades. And hey, it is what it is, bro. And
They have
they
they
all
have
a lot of them is strapped with
they have
political
no
ideology. They strapped
as
with political
as
ideology.
as Trump said, them birthrights gonna get them. They don't have birthrights here. They don't have birthrights.
Well, you better get those Europeans too, then.
He gonna try to deport some of them, Ted. He gonna get all the low hanging fruit. They can look out. He gonna get the low hanging fruit. That's it. That's all. Get the ones down the bottom, the low hanging fruits that they ain't got a chance. They don't have them attorneys and stuff, and they families poor, trying to struggle. He gonna get them up and roll them out the door and scare the
They
rest
had
of you.
that guy on that you mentioned yesterday about they're deporting his wife and two children.
Right.
He was on CNN this morning.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Yeah,
They still out of the country?
yeah.
Oh, they sent him down to Real Reynosa, and Reynosa is the right outside of uh, Texas there, right at the bottom of the state there. I forget the name of that city, but it's sitting on the other side of the border there at that city there. So they're right across the border. They're not that far away.
But here's the thing, though, man. Well, I guess someone advised me and said it can be done.
They've already done it, and like everybody said at the end of the article that came out, they said, and the sad part about it is that Biden's still the president, and they've already started doing it. He's the president. So what's going to happen when 45 become 47? Hey, they just open the floodgates.
We
Getting that
told
low
you.
hanging fruit.
We told you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody told you.
Get that low hanging fruit. Them folks down that bottom down there, they better start watching out. So anyway, Ted, final word for the day.
Well, I can only speak for myself. If I do someone wrong or say something wrong, I feel guilty. Even when I'm on this show, if I make a mistake and say something wrong, there's a guilt that come on me. That means I got a conscience. And I hope everybody out there that's listening, they have a conscience. Because there's a thing called right and wrong. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And when you see somebody that's being mistreated and you just play it off like it ain't nothing, shame on you. You're one of those people that's remorseless. You have no remorse. You have no empathy. That means your heart is seared. Seared. That's almost like it's reparable to a reprobate. That means that God don't have nothing to do with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because your heart is hard. So hard that you don't care. You don't have no remorse. You see a little baby crying out there homeless, you have no sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't have been here. Shouldn't have been poor. So that's on you.
Mm.
All I know is I always say I want my heart to be soft, always be sympathetic. Can't do nothing about it, but at least I can be sympathetic. I can tear up. Thank God I can still tear up. But it was left up to me. Well, I don't want to go there. But anyway.
I just want to say, like, I'm enjoying what we're doing and stuff here. I hope that the audience stuff who looking at our show enjoys what we're doing, and we're gonna always look to try to improve what we're doing. Starting in January, we're gonna have some other stuff coming on, people. So just be aware that our purpose and stuff is to give you the highest quality show that we can give you.
Hope I keep them standards. I get them standards up. I gotta get my standards up.
Yes, sir. We're gonna try. We're gonna try everything we can to get everything up there so people are gonna come here and they're gonna enjoy looking at this show. Our show is different than any other show that you're gonna see on YouTube or any show out there. And we want to be different. We don't want people to follow us and just say, well, I'm gonna do like Ted and Ed. No, we want our own thing, and this is what you see, people, is what you get. What you see is what you get. I hope you enjoy it. See you next time. Bye.